The latest on Alabama's U.S. Senate election, all times local. 11:50 a.m. Republican candidate Roy Moore rode his horse to the polls as he's done in past elections to cast his ballot in the U.S. Senate race. Moore was accompanied by his wife Kayla Moore, also on horseback, as he voted at a rural fire station in the northeast Alabama community of Gallant on Tuesday. Dozens of members of the media surrounded the couple, making it difficult for them to get through on their horses. Moore spoke briefly to reporters, talking in generalities and not discussing allegations that he sexually molested teenage girls decades ago. Moore expressed confidence that he will win. He also said that after the election will be the time to discuss whether he's allowed to take a seat in the Senate. 15 a.m. U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions said he cast an absentee ballot in Tuesday's special Senate election in Alabama but declined to specify his choice, saying he valued the sanctity of the ballot. At a Tuesday news conference in Baltimore on gang violence and immigration, Sessions said Alabama residents are good and decent and wonderful people. He said he's confident they will make the right decision. Alabama voters are deciding between Republican Roy Moore, former Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court, and Democrat Doug Jones, a lawyer who prosecuted 2 Ku Klux Klansmen who killed 4 black girls in a 1963 church bombing. Multiple women have accused Moore of sexual misconduct with teen girls when he was in his 30s. Moore denies the accusations. The winner of Tuesday's election will take the seat previously held by Sessions. 8:55 a.m. Democratic nominee Doug Jones was met by cheering supporters as he cast his ballot in Alabama's U.S. Senate race. Jones smiled and waved as he arrived at his voting precinct in the wealthy Birmingham suburb of Mountain Brook on Tuesday. Poll workers at the church where he voted complained that so many news reporters were on hand that voters were having a hard time parking. Jones says he feels good about the campaign he's run and he doesn't think Republican Roy Moore is going to win. Jones said, "This is an important time in Alabama's history, and we feel very confident where we are and how this is going to turn out." 8:25 a.m. Alabama's top election official estimates that turnout for the hotly contested U.S. Senate election now underway will likely be around 18 to 20% of registered voters. Alabama Secretary of State John Merrill tells the Associated Press there's also a chance that turnout for the special election could be as high as 25%. Voting places opened at 7 a.m. Tuesday and will remain open until 7 p.m. Cool temperatures were common across Alabama when voting began, and the state is expected to see dry weather all day during voting. Republican Roy Moore faces Democrat Doug Jones in Tuesday's election. Multiple women have accused Moore of sexual misconduct with teenage girls when he was in his 30s. Moore is now 70 and denies the charges.